please turn off all cell phones and electronic devices. Also, please note that this performance may not be photographed or recorded in any form. Thank you.
We will heap tons upon tons of high explosives on their war factories and utilities and people. Hitler and Mussolini, they will understand now the enormity of their miscalculation. That the Nazis would always have the advantage of superior air power, as they did when they bombed Warsaw.
They're heading out soon. Turn that off. Could you help me with the table? The kids are getting ready.
Why can't they stay at home?
It's Tommy's birthday, and they're making new friends, Val. Let them go out and have fun.
Dinner was excellent.
The olives and the red sauce were a good touch.
Just how my parents would do. Where are they going?
It's this Crystal Beach Park, 20 minutes on the boat.
You're taking the ferry?
It's a special occasion, Val. They have one of those big dance halls with a bandstand. Jazz, drinks, dancing. Don't you remember? I miss those days with you.
I don't think they should go.
They just have fun. That's not a bad thing, Valentine.
On a Sunday night?
Tommy can head to work an hour late tomorrow.
No, we need the money.
We have each other. What else could we need?
Every hour counts. And it looks bad on all of us if he starts to slack off. Especially now. We need to be more careful.
I think something's been bothering Tommy.
What?
I don't know. He's just off. You should talk to him about it. Turning 18 is hard, don't you remember?
Lucy, Tommy, come on! We're gonna be late! Hi, Mama. Papa.
You look stunning. My beautiful baby girl all grown up. Isn't she glowing, Val?
Lucy! I'm coming! I can't believe Donna gets to go dancing. You know, I didn't get to go dancing until I turned 16. I'll be 16 in 8 months. Yeah, that'll be any minute now, huh? Tommy, come on! It's time to go!
There he is, my birthday boy.
Hey, don't stay out too late. We have work in the morning.
I'm turning 18, Papa.
Exactly. You're a man now.
And what a good-looking man he is. I'll have the cake ready by the time you get back.
Tommaso, is everything all right?
Yeah.
So your mother was saying something's wrong?
We need to go.
Hey, be safe on the boat.
Papa, please, we'll miss the ferry.
Have fun, kids.
Should I bring an extra pair of shoes?
You'll be fine. Come on.
Very soon our planes will approach the number in the RAF. Back in this country is a flying fortress and its crew, which has seen action over France and Germany. For a direct report on this American heavy bomber, which is destined to play a big part in our air attacks, Admiral Radio takes you just outside of Washington to Bowling Field. Bill Slocum Jr. reporting. I'm sitting now in the middle of a flying fortress. From the bombardier's goldfish bowl in the nose to the tail gunner's niche and back, there are 10 young Americans at their posts. The same posts they all occupied on many a sea of flak exploding over Germany. These youngsters would display...
So what a night, I could dance to the early light.
Let's give 3 cheers for Tommy's day. We're throwing all our cares away.
Here's to Tommy and 18 years. He's finally old enough to buy me a barrel. We're living it up in Buffalo. Life is short, why take it slow? We're young and fresh, and we know that someday you'll want us to outgrow. That's alright, but as of now, we're living it up, going out of the town. Well, Hugo spends the day at work. He's building up the city's core. His steel is filling up the sky. Working hard, he never stops. And someday soon he'll be the guy on top.
And Louise is making up a storm. She owns the city's greatest store. She'll make Philip's wedding cake.
Hope that love is fully baked.
Come next month and we can celebrate.
And Lucy is the cream of the crop. She's dancing all the way to the top. I'm telling you, she's on her way. Gonna make it big someday. And while we are here, there's something to say. It's Tommy's special day. So let's have a toast.
Say something, Tommy.
Hey!
Hi!
I don't think we've met! What's your name?
Oh, Tommy!
I'm Reagan! Tommy, you're having another drink? My brother's built like a tank. He can handle anything. Oh, gotta go. I love this dance!
My sister, Donna.
Is everything alright?
Come join the fun. Tell me why you're so blue. I wish I knew what's gotten into you. Look, we came to dance, not sit around all sad. Tommy Zucchiotti is finally a man.
Life is short, why take it slow? We're young and fresh, here to stay, celebrating Tommy's day. So let's all dance the night away.
Come in, I just finished the cake up yourself. Where's Dad? He went to bed early, so let's keep it down, please.
Maybe we should cake tomorrow and Papa can join us.
It's just plain chocolate, he wouldn't like it anyways. I'm sorry we didn't have the money for anything nicer.
It's perfect, Mama.
So, how was Crystal Beach?
It was wonderful, Mama.
Next time over, sure to keep all those suitors away from you.
I didn't mind.
So, Tommy, what's with that dame you were talking to?
You should have seen him smooth talking, Mama.
Yeah, it was kind of scary.
Well, did you get her number? You should ask her out.
Hang on at least a couple days. Trust me, you don't want to scare her off. Right, girls?
You should wait at least 30 minutes before giving her a call.
Do you know anything about being dated?
I know what a lady like myself should be treated with.
Mustard gas.
Respect! Keep it down!
Actually, I forgot to get her number.
Say, Tommy, I got you a gift. Do you want to open it now, or?
Oh, you didn't have to do that?
I think you'll love it.
A model plane?
Fresh off the shelves. It's a new P-51D Mustang. There's tons of detail. You gotta carefully glue every little piece on. Look, Frank got me one for Christmas last year, and it was a blast.
Can it actually fly?
No, silly. The real ones can, though. Like 400 miles an hour. They just started sending those suckers all over Europe.
Well, thanks, Jack. It's really swell.
It's late.
I should probably get going. My parents are expecting me.
I'll see you out.
I'll come too.
Good night, everybody. Hang on. Buona notte.
No.
Yeah?
Don't we have work in the morning?
I couldn't sleep. How was the dance?
I met a girl,
Where is she from?
Buffalo.
Her family.
She doesn't have to be Italian.
No, she doesn't have to be, but it just would be nice if she knew the customs or spoke the language.
Well, her name's Reagan.
I let my boy go out one night, and now he's talking to an Irish girl. Grazie, America.
Well, Mama wasn't from Italy.
No, she wasn't, but at least her grandparents were. Honestly, it was the best of both worlds. Your mother knew English. She could help me get a job. I wouldn't have made it without her. But when we met, she was already losing sight of her heritage. Italy was long gone over her horizon. Don't let that happen to you, Tommaso. We live in safety here in America, but don't forget where you come from.
I won't. Did you ever feel lost when you turned 18? I mean, everyone's talking about becoming an adult. I'm a man now, but I don't feel like one. Did you have that?
See, it felt like the whole world wanted me to grow up faster than I could. But I had to push through, Tommaso. You have school in the morning. Time for bed. Did you finish your homework?
Yeah, it's fine. Relax.
Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo. Amen. Angelo di Dio, che sei il mio custode, illumina, custodisci, reggi e governa me. Amen. Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo.
Irene Zucchiotti?
Let me see that.
You had a sister?
I'm sorry.
Why don't you ever talk about your family?
It's late.
I'm old enough
No,
to
no,
know,
Tommaso.
Papa. The tide pushes along, the wind singing their song. Where's the road to go on? Today marks a change. A man must find his way, find a path he can take. All my friends have known a life living American paradise, but my father expects of me the past he knew in Italy. Lost, lost at sea, who am I meant to be? Where's my way to make my destiny? The current carries on, the sky is never clear, and with no anchoring, how can I steer? The mysteries of the past, echoes of what came before. Is it worth learning more? American dreams fill the heart, pushing me further apart. Where do I start? And I know it's simple to say, but sometimes I wish I knew my way. All my friends the land can love, free of borders in their blood. Where do I call home? Where do I feel that I belong the most? America or Rome? Who will be there to welcome me on the coast? Lost at sea, let the water set me free. Give me a chance to know who I can be.
I think my feet were about to fall
Megan?
off. Oh, hi, Regis. I was thinking that Tommy could join us, remembered that I have school.
It's Saturday.
Gotta go, bye!
I can't believe that girl.
I like her. She's got quite the personality. Nice
What are you
sweater
reading?
Oh, nothing. Look, blank pages. It's a journal. Yeah, I read a Parlor Shop magazine that recommends always having a notebook, because you never know when inspiration might strike.
Oh, you just write, like, for fun?
Sidebar. Step 1 to getting a second date, at least pretend to be interested in my lifelong passion.
No, it's cool. It's cool. I just, I don't know what you would write about.
Oh. What's in here? Thomas, young man, apparently turning 18 years old today. Doesn't seem to like dancing very much. Has a group of exceptionally loud friends. Not great at tucking his shirt in. Maybe he's afraid of looking too formal. Modest clothes, decently put together, nothing too flashy. Unlike his friend, Jack. But something isn't right. What could go wrong on someone's 18th birthday? Maybe becoming an adult is forcing him to address some fears that youthful innocence has previously cast aside. I've got a whole story! Is it too much?
No, it's impressive. And surprisingly accurate.
Did I get anything wrong?
Well, my name isn't Thomas.
What, so your birth certificate just says Tommy?
No, my real name is Tommaso.
Oh. Did you come over?
My father.
Why'd he leave?
He doesn't really like to talk about it. I know he came here alone and his family died after he left. That's about it. Look, I understand if you want to leave.
What? What? No, I don't care. You're not with the mafia, though, are you?
No.
That sounded funnier in my head.
I get it a lot.
Well, then, I could be put on a list for talking to you. These days, we're not supposed to trust anyone from enemy countries. Could we start over?
What?
Here, let me just... Hi, I'm Reagan Griffin. We met the other night at the dance hall, and I kind of thought you were cute. But your drunk friends got in my way. Luckily, your sister set us up, and here we are on our first date.
Well, Miss Griffin, you seem to like writing.
Yes, I write.
Why don't you write me a story?
I don't usually show off first drafts.
It'll be payback for the mafia joke.
Deal. You see that man over there? What do you think his name is?
I don't know him.
Just pick a name.
Robert.
There goes a man, we'll call him Rob. He smokes a pipe and thinks of his dog. It's sick in bed. No, too dark. He smokes a pipe and thinks of his wife. She's sick in bed. There we go. Here comes a woman with her son. She dries his eyes after he had cried.
Why was he crying?
The bullies hit him with a stick. He had to leave school, so he faked being sick.
Is this personal?
No comment. A day at the park, watching the characters I know. A day at the park, watching the city come to life. I love it so. Well, Rob is thinking fondly of a former lover. Maybe they could meet up while his wife recovers. They used to meet at this very spot. Oh, look, a doctor, you try it.
How would I?
Just make something up.
He has a lab coat and he works on patients.
But what does he do? How does he feel?
I've never met him. How would I know?
What if the doctor recognizes Rob? He knows the sick wife. He doesn't think she's gonna live her whole life. He doesn't know how to act when Rob comes to his bench. Oh no! And the man said, Doctor, how can I love her when she's sick in bed? And the shocked doctor, he told Rob to love her since she was basically already dead. Yes! A day at the park, la vida drama I create. A series of blank templates and people I can make however I shape. Well, the doctor now he doesn't want to lose his patience, but now the man is crying and the hospital is waiting. So he packs his bag to leave Rob alone. Ooh. Another boy to fill my stage. The schoolgirl felt like he had stepped right off the page. She found herself amazed. A momentary daze. What if the woman recognizes Rob? She used to date him, and even though he's crying now, she used to hate him. So she goes to comfort her grieving friend.
What if the bullies were Rob's kids?
You're sick!
A day at the park, witnessing healed and broken hearts.
A day at the park, watching their lives just fall apart and making art.
So, do you do that on every date?
It's fine! I mean, if you think about it, the whole world is an empty page. The future just waiting to be written. All we have to do is take the pen and write.
I never thought about it that way.
So, what are you writing this weekend?
I don't have plans.
Could start. What are you going to plan?
Oh, you mean like for us? You really don't make sense sometimes.
There's always another chapter, Tommy.
But every book has an ending. I mean, how about Sunday?
You had me scared there.
My friends are all going back to Crystal Beach. You should come.
My mother works in the evenings, so I watch my siblings until around 9. But after that, I could make an appearance.
I'll see you then.
I'm just saying I don't know why we can't do a Saturday night for once.
That's when the Pep Center show is on. I'm not missing that for the world.
I don't get it. What's so special about Sunday nights anyways?
Our dad thinks it's a big deal. It's supposed to be some Italian thing.
Yeah, Mama makes her Sunday sauce, and once in a while, Papa lets us have a sip of wine.
I'll top that. Beer.
I don't think that's fair. You should be able to enjoy yourselves on the weekend. It's our only time off.
Well, we also work early in the morning, and our dad doesn't like us being out late.
What a weirdo.
Hey!
I'm just saying, I don't get why people leave their countries and then can't seem to let them go.
Leave them alone. I read that in the last 50 years, we've had 28 million immigrants come to America.
See, I'm glad they know what's good for them.
Why don't you go get me a drink?
How are auditions going?
All right, I guess. I'm finally old enough to audition for the City Ballet, so I've just been preparing for that.
These guys are the best dancers in New York.
Better than Broadway?
Broadway isn't New York.
Oh.
Say, Tom, you've been awful quiet lately. What's buzzing?
Tommy had a date with a girl yesterday.
The one from last week?
Yeah. She said she'll be coming by later tonight.
So he's lovesick. Happens to the best of us.
How's the bakery been, Louise? It's honest work. Customers have been wanting more and more simple, so no cute cakes or decorated rolls. Just bread to live on, I guess, and none of the fun stuff.
There's this great bakery down the street from me. I know the family. They just lost a son a few weeks ago. Stationed in Italy.
Those bastards.
Where's Jack anyway?
Maybe they're just taking a long time. Train's been behind lately.
Say, what branch is his brother in again?
Navy? Well, he visited a year ago.
Oh, has it been that long?
Feels like no time to me. I heard someone say this whole thing could be over in just a few short months.
Well, how many times have we heard that before? You can't blame people for being optimistic. Maybe they just need something to hold on to.
How did Frank get drafted anyways?
He wasn't drafted, he enlisted. That's how he got in the Navy.
What's the difference?
Enlisting is when you sign up to fight. Drafting is when they call your number and you have to go.
And when you enlist, you can choose where you go. You can request a branch, but when your number's called in the draft, they can put you wherever they need men. Usually the front lines.
At least we don't have to worry about that till we're 20.
Whoa! Look what you're on the catapult in.
Frank, I'd like to introduce you.
Lucy, boy, have I heard a lot about you and Jack's letters.
How long will you be home for, Frank?
Just a week, and I'm back to sea again. Ah, yes, Crystal Beach, the old stomping grounds. Hey, you sugar, are you rationed?
How's the war going, Frank?
What? It's fine. Where they put the bar at?
Do you think it could be over soon?
Hey, come on. Frank's only home for a week. I don't think he wants to talk about the war.
If you want a taste of the world, I can give it. With your sheltered buffalo living, I know you ain't seen shit.
I've seen some things.
But there's hope even for you. You've just got to wake up and see. The only way to get out of this town, it's simple, kid. Join the U.S. Navy. I tell you, kid, when I was your age and in your shoes, I couldn't find a passion, I just couldn't choose. Schoolwork was boring and trade school was not fun. That life is fine and simple, not for anyone. So I decided it's done. I packed my bags, grabbed my gun, found my true calling at last. That's killing Nazi scum. In uniform, everything is right. You know your ship is covered by the stars and stripes. You've got a brotherhood to last you all your days, and all the stories the ladies will amaze. I've seen what Europe is like. If we don't take up and fight, the Germans will cross the Atlantic and invade our land. Your whole life you've had liberty, you owe it to your country. So be a man and take a stand and join the military.
Our whole life we've had liberty, we owe it to our country. So be a man and take a stand and join the military.
Are there any soldiers who don't have to hold a gun?
Don't worry, there's a job for each and every one. While men are fighting, factories are pivoting. Our industry is full of rosies riveting. If we have service at home, winning is all that we'll know. Time to show those Axis power. You don't fuck with Uncle Sam.
Tommy, are you hearing this?
Yeah.
Look, Frank, tell him what it's like.
The waves were pounding on the ship and lightning cracked across the sky. I said, oh Lord, now I know that I'm alive. Got to grab your cross to bear and know your buddy's always there to face the challenges together side by side. The innocent people who live on this land need our generation to lend them a hand. The bomb shelter siren Great Britain can keep. I will die before Hitler can march down our street.
What say you, Tommy? It sounds like so much fun.
I'm not too interested in shooting anyone. I'll stick to home, living here on safer land.
Come on, Tommy, grow up. Be a man.
Why is he so hesitant? There's something not making sense. What's going on at home to make him so un-American?
We owe our nation, we owe it to ourselves.
Your destiny awaits. Get your ass off the shelf.
Those evil men will invade us if they can.
From fascist Italy to Imperial Japan.
Now, Tommy, how does that sound? We could finally leave town and serve our country hand in hand.
Our country.
It's time we grew up and helped any way we can. We owe our service to dear old Uncle Sam. So get your parents to sign the dotted line. It's time for us all to become something bigger and leave this town behind.
Tommy, this is my dream. You've hidden away for too long. I want you here by my side. So Tommy, grow up. Decide that we could finally do this together.
Is this my chance to finally belong at last? Join a brotherhood, leave the past. Maybe I'll know the sweet taste of fitting in. Show the world that I'm American. Why now?
It's just the way the world will always be. No reason we should escape reality. It's time we grew up and faced the world we know. Why should we stay locked up in Buffalo?
Worship overseas, it's time to face the facts. A boy becomes a man when he decides to act. Our country needs us to fight in the war, and we don't know what the future has in store. Well, the war rages on, and we are still young, and fighting is tough, but we do what we must. We know we must go and defend our home, and fight for the future we know. We're older and ready to go. The enemy cannot invade. Let's bring back the good old days. Our siblings were shipped overseas. It's our turn to shape history.
You said you'd be back by 10 last night.
Sorry, Papa.
I let it go last week for your birthday, but again? Is this gonna happen every weekend?
No, it won't.
And then you forgot to load the machine before you turned it on? What's got into you?
Don't you think there's more to life than just the lumber mill?
Tommaso, it's our job in life to support our family. Don't put us at risk.
Mom, come on.
Where are you going?
Luis and I were just going to study.
Yeah, with dance shoes. Tommaso, get cleaned up for dinner.
Before you say anything,
We've gone over this
I'm finally
before.
old enough to audition for the company.
We agreed you'd focus on school instead.
She can still go to school and dance.
So now you support this. What happened?
Her grades are fine.
No, Lucia, you have a chance to do something in life that I never did. There are jobs in America, well-paying jobs where you have your own desk. But you have to keep doing well in school. You can't start dancing for 40 hours a week.
I would get paid.
Do you really know how much it takes to make a living right now? And you really think people want to pay to see dancing while there's a war going on, Lucia?
Lucy. Val, it's all right.
Well, do you think she can make it as a career?
I don't know if she could, but she loves it. That's enough, Val. Mom, I know I can do this.
No, that's what these Americans tell you, but that's never the case. It's never enough to just want something.
But dancing is when I'm actually happy.
You think you have it so hard? Oh, you have no idea how good you have it here. This is a luxury. I know what it's like to starve. To be so desperate and scared for your life that you would cross an ocean just to survive and try to keep your family alive.
Valentine.
I've made my decision.
Mom, I'll talk to him. Hours of sitting at my desk. Piles of papers and tests. Then he wants me to work at home. So so I can be a secretary when I get old. But when I finish, I get the chance to put on my shoes and dance. When the music starts to play, it melts all the worries of the day away. The chord progression is a canvas sheet as I paint broad strokes gently to the beat. And I know each dégagé, every pas de bourrée, sewn into one, the melody a tapestry, and the movement comes naturally. I shut my eyes and suddenly I can see rows and rows of concert goers as we set out on a journey. The living room begins to fade and hours of practice on display. I leave behind the world I know, just me and the crowd to enjoy the show. And I know it's just a dream, just a silly notion. After the war, who would ever pay to see these silly motions? But a girl can dream that one day. I can describe this feeling of flying so high. What the hell am I supposed to do but keep practicing until my dream comes true? And I know one day I'll rise to the top. I'll be the Lucy, not just a girl with a dream.
I'm sorry about Dad. Do you need a payment now?
It's fine. Covering the lessons was more than enough.
No, really, what is it?
I saved up for half the audition fee, so $2 left. Oh, thank you. Have you talked to Mom and Dad yet?
Not yet, but Dad loves that kind of thing. Challenges, obstacles. Maybe it'll turn me into the strong Italian man he wants me to become. And it just feels like the right thing to do. I have a purpose.
I'm proud of you.
But I'm not 20 yet, so I need Mom and Dad to sign this.
Sign what?
Hey, Papa.
Sign what?
Now that I'm 18, I want to enlist in the military.
The War Department asks that all radio stations make the following announcement. The Secretary of War directs that all firms and manufacturing plants who have defense contracts or who are working on defense orders would at once institute proper measures against sabotage. Repeating that announcement. The Secretary of War directs that all firms and manufacturing...
I just don't know what to do.
Maybe he's scared.
How do I convince him? You're creative. What do I tell him?
I guess you could tell him how much it means to you.
I tried that already, and he just blew me off. He wants me to stay at the lumber mill my whole life, stay here in Buffalo, and become the exact same person he is. It's ridiculous. Everyone else is enlisting. There's no reason I should stay
What
back.
is wrong with you? I'm sorry. Really, you don't think there's anything here for you? You have your siblings, your parents, all your friends, me. You want to go romp around Europe? Think there's no chance something bad could happen?
Frank said I'd be safe in the Navy.
My dad was in the Navy. He was a military man his whole life, and one day he just didn't come home. He would always bring me a gift from wherever he was stationed when they let him come home for the holidays. But I never got a gift from Hawaii. Perhaps in another world he'd still be by my side. Perhaps on another planet he'd be alive, and I'd be happy in Boston with my friends and with my dad. My only memories are few and far between. I wake with tears when I am blessed to hold him in my dreams. But one day, everything changed. A single letter turned a world of color into gray. And somehow I had to find my way. I wish I knew the reasons and the whys. I wish he could hold me and look into my eyes, but I know he is gone. I know the pain of slowly moving on. The cards of life have dealt a pretty lousy hand. I've learned to grow to love those simple breaths of hope, and know that someday maybe I'll see those simple moments turn into a symphony. A lifetime before your very eyes.
What kind of world would ever let such sorrow know? Such a perfect spirit, far away from home. I know the suffering, and could this person be what I was looking for at sea? But Reagan, ever since I stumbled in your life, I finally have a place where I don't feel the need to fight. And someday maybe you'll see how much your wisdom makes my lonely soul want to fly. I want to be your moments of joy till the day I die.
I wish I knew the reasons and the whys. Let's take on the world, each other as our guide,
and let this day become a spark.
Let's start making moments that shine through the dark.
parents signed it last night, so I'm gonna head to the enlistment station tonight, and I should be set to go in a few weeks.
That's wonderful. I'm really proud of you.
Yeah, that's all we have to do. You know, no one's messing with our country. And hey, it's gonna be fun, but I know I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
And you know, once I'm back, I'll be looking to settle down.
I heard North Park is nice.
With a girl.
Oh, if you're lucky, Donna might be free. You're serious?
Always am.
Well, you'd have to get my father's blessing first.
Yeah, okay, don't worry about that. I got the smoothest talk in town. Just watch. Mr. Zucchiati. I would like to marry your daughter.
Why?
Because she's pretty.
That's all?
And the best dancer in all of New York.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she wishes.
Hey, I know she is. All right, and one day she's gonna make it big. We're all gonna be seeing her name in lights. Lucy Zucchiati. Might want to find a smoother stage name.
Well, maybe by then I'll have yours.
Hey, speaking of your dad, kind of a silly question, but I was wondering, do you guys talk much with your relatives in Italy?
No, they all died after my dad left.
Okay, that's a relief.
What?
No, I just mean, like, my parents were asking me about it. You know, just in case. I was talking about you and Tommy the other day, and somehow my dad didn't know that you guys were Italian.
But I'm not Italian.
Yes, you are.
I'm American, Jack. I was born here.
Luce, it takes generations.
How many generations?
I don't know, but just because you were born here, that doesn't
Jack,
mean...
I'm not Italian.
Hey, okay. I'm sorry. Look, I guess all in all, I'm glad to hear it.
What just happened to me? What just happened to me? I cannot believe that a girl like that could take a liking to me.
Tommy, what the hell is wrong with you?
This story is mine. This story is mine. There's no doubt in my mind that a book should be written about her and me.
Tommy, are you all right?
It was all kind of weird, I'll admit. I honestly kind of feel bad. Falling in love with a beautiful girl while we talk about the death of her dad.
Tommy, what's gotten into you?
Reagan!
Reagan got into you?
I loved it! And that's just the way the world will always be. Two hurting souls find a love in misery. I'm not an arrogant guy, but I know that inside this story is mine, and I finally find that the author hasn't left me behind.
I'm sorry, Tommy. You met this girl 2 weeks ago.
Jack, I finally found someone who gets me, and for the first time, I think I know who I am and what my future might be. I know it's tacky, but she really might be the one.
Oh, Tommy.
Jack, I'm telling you, she has this way of saying things, like she just gets the world. Or she doesn't get the world, but she gets how to not get it, and it's beautiful.
Tommy's never this dull, Dizzy. She must be special.
Well, yeah, now I don't know what to do, though. I mean, enlisting meant so much to me,
Hey,
but...
hold up, what? You're not coming anymore?
Well, I want to, but now I have her.
Who said you can't enlist and get Reagan?
The Atlantic!
Tommy, what did this girl even do to get you so over the moon?
She told me about her father.
Are you feeling all right, Tommy?
He died in the war, in Pearl Harbor. He was in the Navy, and she told me about how lost she is,
So
and...
you're just gonna let them get away with that? Just killing thousands of Americans? Destroying hundreds of families? I'm sorry. I'm not gonna let them do that. Maybe you just don't care about America enough.
Jack! I mean, even if Reagan were okay with it, what about my dad?
Tommy, they need our help. There's ways around the rules. You need 2 signatures. It's all you have to prove. When we are old and our children ask us why, we'll say we fought so the stars and stripes could fly. And Reagan will come to understand. After you avenge her dad, she'll know you did this to defend our land. The villains won't be satisfied. They will invade until we try to shut them down. We'll make them bleed, we'll make them cry. And coming home to Reagan she at last would see. Enlisting showed the world your true identity. And one day, when everything's changed, you'll buy a simple home to settle down in at last. But first we gotta kick some Nazi ass.
Tonight I take the pen and write a story's end where I can fight, embrace a brotherhood to last all my life. So let the author step aside, this is my story till I die. I'm center stage and ready, gonna fly.
Hut! Yes, sir! Hut, hut! Oh!
So anchors away, you will find me at sea. This is my birthplace where I'm meant to be. Papa will miss me, he might have concern, but I need to fight for the freedoms we've earned.
He's bound to return.
This story is mine, it's all in my design. I got the girl like this turning out just fine. So watch out, world, this leading man is gonna get ya. Yes, I know, it's my time.
Hello, young man. Are your parents home?
Mom?
Coming. 1 minute. Hello.
Officer Lee, FBI. Do you mind if I ask you a few questions?
What about?
Your husband. Is it Valentine or Valentino?
He goes by Valentine.
I see. Well, is he home?
He's out.
What's he doing?
Groceries.
I see. When will he be back?
I don't know.
Are these your kids?
I'm just a friend. Jack, Lloyd, nice to meet you. I should probably get going.
How do you know this family?
Just neighbors. Good evening.
What's this about?
Mr. Zucchiati, he works at Henrik Lumber under Mr. Jacobs.
What are you doing here?
Do you know your father to be engaged in any suspicious activities?
This is ridiculous.
Tommaso!
I think I'll come back a little later when your husband is home. Good evening.
Val?
Look, I saw their car out front. Are you okay?
What's happening, Val? The Romanos said the same thing happened to them last month. I don't want them to do anything to
They
you.
won't do anything to us. We'll be all right.
The kids,
They'll
Val.
be safe.
Papa? What was that man doing here?
He just had some questions. It'll be okay.
I bought us eggs. I'll make lunch.
Donna, how about some music?
Do you want to help? I'll show you how I make frittata.
Yeah, sure.
The more of such troops we have in the field, the sooner this war will be won, and the smaller
Mama?
will be the cost of
Yes.
casualties. Therefore, I believe that it will be necessary to lower the present minimum age limit for selective service from 20 years down to 18. We have learned how inevitable that is, and how important to the speeding up of victory. I can very thoroughly understand the feelings of all parents whose sons have entered our armed forces. I have an appreciation.
Mama, what does that mean?
Tommy could be drafted now. They don't have to wait until he's 20.
Jack's brother said I won't be in danger if I enlist. When you enlist, you tell them where you want to serve. If I'm drafted...
They'll take one look at his last name and put him on the front lines.
I can't sign that.
Dad, don't you understand what you're risking? Give me your papers, Tommy. I'll sign.
No. You do not need to get involved. Let the Americans go fight this.
I am American!
Look here. Look at this list. Everyone in the same home, in the same country, speaking the same language. This is where you come
Papa,
from.
I don't know who any of those people are. You never talk about your family. No, I think it's time for you.
I gave up everything for you. You owe it to me to listen. You will stay here. You will stay here safe at home. You will not fight against our homeland. We are Italiano. No matter what your friends might say, no matter what they tell you in school, you are my son, and you will not defy me.
I don't want to see him go, Val. But if this is our only chance at making sure he doesn't get put on the front lines...
It's not happening.
Where is the man that I told I love so many years ago, in a world that seems so different from the world I know? Do you love me? How can I tell? How can I know that you're in there, a broken fragment of the man I knew? How could I ever let myself forget those hopeful eyes that showed me a world of curiosity? They brought me in and let me be a part of his journey home, a place where I could love his heart and never be torn apart, and grow old in peace. There was a time when I thought that being a mother was to take the easy way out, turn your back to the problems of the world. But now I know that you've got to be there for your kids and hold your head up high even when the world is falling apart. And you look in their eyes and you see yourself, my own uncertainty, looking back at me, this world that I am leaving to my kids. How will they find their way when I'm gone? What happens then? What then? It's me, the doting mother to her kids. It's I who lights the way when it's dark, when it's dark. Times are never easy, we push on and do all that we can, but it breaks my heart to see them living in a world that's falling apart when they did nothing to make it wrong. So I sing them a song and I hold them tight and love them with all of my might. If he can't be there for our kids, who else will be there to forgive their youthful and passionate hearts and love them till we're apart? But when I watch him sleep, I see the pain in his soul. Who is this man
Dad still won't let me go. Can we just not talk about it tonight?
Tommy, they already started calling off our numbers. You got your draft card, right?
Yeah, I did up last week.
Are you gonna let me and Lucy sign for you?
Maybe. Let's just enjoy dinner. We can talk about it later.
How long is Frank gonna be in town, Jack?
Another couple days, and then he is off to go for a bit.
He should have joined us tonight. He would have been welcome.
Yeah, he didn't think it would be a great idea to come.
Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo. Angelo di Dio, benedici noi, Signore, e benedici questo cibo che riceviamo dalla tua generosità. Amen. Nel nome del Padre, del Figlio, dello Spirito Santo.
So where's your family live, Regan? Over in Riverside. It's really not that bad. I mean, my mom doesn't love it, but we didn't have much of a choice when we moved in with my uncle.
Why'd you move?
Hey, I promised if she came over, it wouldn't be a job interview. I bet our other guests would be happy to take some questions.
No, it's fine. My father died early in the war. That's why we moved here. So my mom could be with her brother. It's been hard on her.
What a waste. Dad. When will we learn?
Well, it wouldn't have to happen if terrible people didn't exist.
Tommaso, I don't like Mussolini. I don't like what he's done to our country, but innocent people are being sent overseas to die.
But that's how he stopped the bad guys. If we didn't fight, then they would destroy the world.
I'm glad my 17-year-old daughter suddenly knows everything about the world. You're too young, you have no stick.
Well, if Tommy enlists...
I'm sorry, who do you think you are telling my son what he should do?
Papa, just listen.
No, it's out of the question.
I'm sorry, Tommy. I thought you decided not to enlist.
Well, yeah, but that was before the draft age was lowered. Now I don't want to risk possibly being drafted.
So you're avoiding the military by joining it?
What would you know? You couldn't be drafted anyways.
I can't believe it. The American girl my son brings home is making more sense than any of my own family.
Why can't you wrap your head around this? You left Italy because
Papa,
you
if
were
I enlist,
starving.
I can guarantee a
and now
safe
you've been gone for so
position.
long.
Where will be on the front lines? Nor will be on the front lines with people like you. Killed every day.
You're fighting alongside Hitler.
How dare you curse our home? Every time we have family together, he's the biggest mistake of my life is leaving home. And look at that done now.
I'm sorry, Papa!
I know where you're coming from, my son. But this cannot be done. And though it is hard, you need to see, I will not let you end the family tree. I did not bear the horrors of that trip for my only son to be sent back on a ship. And now it is my cross to bear that you won't know the past we shared. That tie is broken, but it doesn't change the fact you are Italian, it's in your blood. You can't fight the country that you love.
What did Italy do for me or for you? You had no money, no food.
I was foolish and young. I thought coming to America would help.
And didn't it?
Well, yes, I'm better off. Tommaso, it was a huge mistake.
That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I don't want you fighting against our
Why
people.
do you care so much about Italy? You never talk about our relatives. I didn't even know you had a sister.
But because it's my fault she's dead. I will not be responsible for the death of any more family.
What?
Kiss this dream goodbye. I've seen the other side. You'll stay here and wait out the storm.
Everyone I know is signing up to go. If I stand by, they'll call my number on the radio.
Stay with me.
Stay.
I
Please,
want
Papa,
you
can't
to see the
This
kind
is
of
my
man that
duty.
you were meant to be. You
left that
are
country, I
Italian,
know,
you cannot deny.
I need to see the other side.
I know you have a duty, Tommy, I implore. My heart's been broken one too many times by the war. Stay,
I promise I'll come back for you.
wherever you go, let me go to.
Reality. So come on, Tommy, have some fun, enjoy the fight as we ride into the night side by side. Come with us, have the debt to pay.
Can there be somewhere I can dream?
Deep within I feel the schisms breaking down our family rhythm. Is there somewhere we can find the joy we left behind. How can we love our country, fall and prey to fascism? And every day I suffer through unending pessimism. We are Americans, why hold on
I
to
will
the
not
past?
sign that.
What makes you think that dying country's ever gonna last?
The third serial number drawn by the Attorney General, number 8,239. The next serial number drawn by the Secretary of the Navy, 6,600.
Hello from training camp. I write with love from the Jersey Shore. We're getting set up for our time. They're making sure we're ready for war. I miss the family so much. The guys are nice, but it cannot compare to the joys of home. It's nothing I've ever seen. Feels like I'm a star up on the silver screen. I miss Mama's cooking, it cannot compare. More than a serving is rare. They don't serve pasta a lot. Macaroni salad is the closest thing they've got. Well, that's all for now. I gotta shower and sleep. The train ride was sweaty and I smell from the heat. I send all my love and farewell, Private Tommy Z.
Oh, look at our boy.
We should send him pasta.
Oh, yeah, the army will love that.
Come on, let's rewind.
We're happy to hear that you're doing all right. Since you left, it's been one long sleepless night. Are you making friends? Tell us all about it and make sure to get your rest. Oh, I gotta go. Be back for dinner. I'll try.
Lucy gets home so late. I think the dancing practice is a lot to put on her plate. So can I take your room? Your precious baby sister needs some solitude. Ever since you left, Papa's been in a mood. He doesn't want to talk about anything to do with you. I'll try to get him to write. I really don't see why you need to have this fight. Well, that's all for now. I've got some homework to do. There's so many books that I need more space. I'll leave all your stuff in its place. And thanks in advance. Do you want to write to Tommy?
Is he all right?
He's still in America. He's fine.
Then he doesn't need to hear from me.
The money that they gave us for service, give it to Dad so he can support us. We're working day and night, getting trained to the core. Honestly, it's fun as I'm learning more. Stay out of my room. The bed is mine and I want it when I come back home to you. Here's some cash on the side. Give it to Lucy and don't tell Dad I lied. I'm sorry Dad's been tough, but hearing from you has been more than enough. Maybe he needs time to see the world he knew is history.
Sorry I've been MIA. I wish there were more hours in the day. I'm fighting a war with a double life, a daughter by day and a dancer by night. Where did the time go since you were called? Colors are changing into fall. I'm sorry your dad won't write. It's sad to see a family broken by a fight. Even though you're gone, you're always in my heart. Where's Lucy? We'll be late. She'll be practicing at the studio this week. You can go on without her.
After school, can Regan come over and bake cookies with me?
Of course, we'll send some to Tommy. I've never cooked before. He might not want mine.
They'll be baked with the sweetest ingredient of all, love! Bye, Mom!
We're going to Europe. The day has arrived. I hope I'm ready for the other side. I'll write as soon as I'm there. Send everyone my love and don't be scared. Love, Tommy.
Believe it. She's never been out this late before.
Val?
When you were 17, were you coming home after midnight?
Tommy's being sent to Europe. He needs to hear from you.
What would I say?
Hello would be a start.
And then?
An apology. You could have at least hugged him before he left.
I'll see him when he returns. Don't
you know what he's facing? You're his father. He at least needs to know that you care.
I do care. I do. I just wish none of this happened.
And you can tell him that. Val, I know this has been hard on you, especially after Irene. I know. But if you can't do this for yourself, can you at least do it for me? Why did you give him the prayer book? It was so important to you.
I'll get it back when he returns.
He might not return, Val. And whether you like it or not, you need to start realizing that.
FBI, open up!
Search every room and check every drawer. This is a time of underground war. Anything they could use to conspire. Take out the radio, telephone wire. They plan to attack our land, and we won't let them go. They're waiting for the call from Rome to overthrow our land by the dawn's early light.
Go, go, go! Find everything the Guinea could use!
What is it?
What? Proclamation 2527. Enemy aliens are subject to searches and seizures, even internment if necessary.
My son, Tommy! He's serving in the military defending—
You get off that! Have you ever tried to contact Italy via—
Get off that! Stop!
How could you? You! Val, you all right?
Is everyone all right?
Yes, we're fine.
Mama, what's going on?
It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be fine.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, no, what have they done?
I'm going to find her.
Val, you can't.
I have
just
to.
go out there. No, wait, Val.
Oh,
please.
Dad, I did it!
I thought they took you away. I thought they took you.
Dad, what happened?
Where have you been?
Val,
Where have you been?
I was out.
This cannot happen. We thought they took you.
Oh, what happened?
The FBI, the government, they were just here.
We have to go back. We have to go back to Italy.
Go back?
Pack the bags. We don't have anything anyway. They're going to take everything from us. I never should have left.
Val,
I never should have left. You look just like her. You look just like my sister. Oh, I miss her. I want to see her again just one more time.
Valentine, Irene is dead!
We aren't safe here! They don't want us! They took Tommaso already. They're not going to stop there!
Donna, get your father some water. Val, it's gonna be all right.
We have to go back to Italy now.
Dad, I have to go.
No, you're staying. I should have stayed.
Valentino, what are you doing? Dad, I can't do this. I'm sorry.
I had a dream of the other side. I left behind a country I thought had died. I suffered through many years of disease and hunger for a world where poverty would not reign. I long to see that day. We had a chance, a single ticket to the promised land. I paved the way, leaving footsteps all across the globe. A journey they would never know. I left my family behind in a country where I knew that they would not all survive. I split apart our family tree to chase my ambitious American dream. I hope it was worth it to trade in my birthplace, an imperfect life, for a house that is furnished, The waves were pounding on the ship and lightning cracked across the sky. I wondered how I could deserve to survive. I turned away and let them starve in the hands of fascist lies. I tried to lead the way to paradise. I remember my younger sister's eyes. I would rock her at night when she cried to the other side. I feel the fading walls as I walk down the halls. The ringing of the bells, oh how Mama would call. When faced with the choice between heaven and hell, why did I think the promised land would treat me so well? I'm free of the hunger, but what food can feed the pain knowing I was the one to succeed? So damn the Atlantic for letting me live. I pray that my family might learn to forgive. A fool so short-sighted, I could not believe that I might find happiness and not take my leave. How I tried. I tried to find the other side.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah, my mom and Donna are fine, but my dad was losing his mind, talking about going back to Italy and his dead sister. I've never seen him like that before. I couldn't stay there.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know where else to go. Could I stay at your place just for now?
Lucy, you shouldn't be here.
I promise as soon as I start getting paid, I'll move
I
out.
can't. Okay, my parents, they wouldn't want you to stay.
Why not?
Look, they're getting concerned.
Jack, please.
The FBI showed up, Lucy. They asked us all questions for hours. I don't think that it's a good idea for you to come in.
You don't have to worry about me.
That's what they told me you'd say.
Could you just talk to your parents? I need this, Jack.
I'm sorry, Lucy.
I have to go.
Lucy!
I made the company. And you know what? I'm gonna show everyone that I can do this without any of your help.
I'm leaving tomorrow. For the Navy.
Huh. What did the FBI ask you about?
I told them about your family. And your dad.
Goodbye, Jack.
Lucy, wait!
Thank you for your service.
Look, Val, this isn't easy to do. You've been a great worker at the company over the years. We just have to be careful.
I don't understand.
Val, we need to lay you off.
Mr. Jacobs, I was just promoted last year.
I know, and it's been great having you on the team.
You don't understand. This is all I have.
Lumber is important these days. We are outsourcing directly to the military, and we cannot have any possible spies on the inside. Look, I know that the FBI was here, and now they're asking us questions just because you're an employee.
I am not a spy, Mr. Jacobs. My son is in the army.
And I appreciate your sacrifice, but Val, we just need to be careful.
Who wants cookies? Oh, hello, Mr. Zucchiotti.
Buonanotte, Mr. Jacobs. I didn't come to America alone. I had a sister. I was supposed to take care of her. She loved Manhattan. There was something about America she just couldn't resist. Every night she wanted to leave our Italian neighborhood to see the city. One night after a fight, I told her I couldn't take care of her anymore, so she left. She was missing for a week, till they found her in the wrong side of town.
I'm so sorry.
I was even able to say goodbye to my parents when I left Italy. I never had that chance with her.
And you never told Tommy. Saying goodbye isn't easy. I remember the day before Tommy left, he brought me to Niagara Falls. It was freezing cold, but the river just kept running. So little time, so much to do, so much love in your heart. Where do you end? We walked in silent surprise. I saw in his eyes there was so much to say, but where do you start on the last day? We walked, no words could fill the space, but for miles around you could hear the sound, the water tumbling down. The falls, the water filled in the void. I'm often annoyed by the quiet, and yet the sound of the water was there. Then he slowly took my hand, and he pressed 3 times in a row, and the tears came tumbling down, a waterfall in the snow. So we talked of stories we knew, of siblings who grew and dreams come true, and everything we had to tell. And he told me how he felt, how much I meant to him, and he told me secrets that made me blush and hear the river rush. He took my hand and made me a vow that he would return someday, somehow, and miss me until he could.
Rosa, do you have a pencil?
Yes, here, take this one.
Come back for dinner. I know it's different. It's just pasta and tomatoes and meat. But it just feels like home. And look how empty this place is on a Sunday night.
I'll be back at 8.
Dear Familia, I'm now somewhere in Belgium. The weather isn't too bad. It's a lot like back home. Not too cold and a lot of snow. The village I am in is pretty hilly, and all over there are kids sliding down the hills on sleds. One little girl was speaking French, but with hand signals we were able to carry on a pretty good conversation. She offered to take me down the hill on her sled. It's been so long since I felt like a kid again. While we marched from the railroad station to the building where we sleep, all the people would come out to the street and cheer us. We passed through France on the way here, but they weren't as friendly as the Belgians. The ride across France and Belgium was the worst ride I ever had. We rode in these ancient little boxcars. I was never so cramped up in all my life. The food here is the best I've ever had since I've been in the army. Way better than in the States. About the only thing that bothers me is the cold weather, and I do mean cold. We have plenty of snow here. Mom won't have to argue with me to put my long johns on anymore. I do that voluntarily now, but I still shiver. Well, so long for now. If I thaw out soon, I'll write a longer letter. I hope everything's okay with Dad. I still haven't heard from him yet. Tell him me manca. I miss him. Love to all. Tommy.
Here are his personal belongings. Some of your son's items were damaged by a bullet. We understand this might be distressing.
What belongings?
A prayer book.
The setting sun illuminates the room with gentle streaks of light. The songbird whistles far off in the sky, hearkening the dusk. But inside I am alone, alone. He flies soaring through the skies, leaving me behind, alone in the void of a room. How many hours did he spend in my arms? How many seconds did I hold him safe and warm from dangers we must outlive? At times a simple hug is all a mother can give, knowing that you cannot be harmed. I'm through with wishing for a happy story's end. Do they expect me just to go on and pretend that this is the finishing scene. They took my son and left me with a broken memory. Miles away from his arms. I wish I knew when he took his dying breath. I want just one moment to press him to my chest and see my precious son at rest. I don't have the strength to see this story to a close. I am only human, my weakness only grows. How am I to handle my loss when even perfect Mary held her son beneath the cross? I wish I knew the reasons and the whys. I wish I could hold him and look into his eyes. But I know it is done. I'll never, ever get to hold my son.
Thanksgiving Day, November 26, 1942, and New Year's Day, January 4th, 1942.
Chief of the Office of War Information has a brief message. Go ahead, Washington and Elmer Davis.
On this Christmas Eve, all over the world, American soldiers, sailors, Marines, and nurses are listening to this program as they have listened for almost a year.
In Russia, the Germans heralded the advent of spring today by hurling fresh reserves of armor and men against Red Army defenses on the northern Donetsk.
Remember the parties? That feeling like we were invincible. Nothing could stop us. I wonder if they have their own Crystal Beach in Germany or Japan or Italy. Somewhere to just get away while the world keeps spinning. Who knows what it'll look like in another 100 years? I heard about Tommy. I'm so sorry.
Did you just get back?
A couple weeks ago. I wasn't supposed to be home this early, but the war had other plans.
Welcome home.
I went by your house when I was looking for you, Lucy. The place is a mess. Your mom, she could barely recognize me. Even when she did, she couldn't look me in the eye.
Why?
I enlisted. Here I am. So, how has dancing been?
I quit.
What?
After Tommy died, I just didn't have it in me anymore. I've been working at the shipyard. Seriously, stop and think about it, Jack. People are dying. Our friends are dying. And I thought there would be room in this screwed up world to just dance.
Lucy.
I'm done. It was foolish of me to think it would be worthwhile.
Lucy, I know that the world has gone crazy, but you have a gift that's amazing. You can't let your passion be carried away. So come on, Lucy, why don't we dance in the moment? Our lives are too short to lose hope in dreams that I know you can find. So come on, Lucy, show me that passionate spirit. You put me to shame, so don't fear it. You're too good to leave this behind. Tommy would want you to push through the sadness, so why don't we dance to the madness, the sorrows plaguing the world.
I wish that Tommy could see. He never stopped believing in me. So watch us dancing, dancing through all the confusion. Our happiness may be illusion. For now I'm safe in your arms. And one day, in a world where the fighting is over, recovering soldiers will need you to open their hearts with your arms. And when Lucy takes the stage, she melts all the worries of the world away. And from the audience I feel the glow as we go far away from the world we know. And I know it might be hard, but through it all, he'll stay a part of me. I'll do it in his memory.
I am so proud of you. And Tommy is smiling too.
I've missed you. I'm so sorry. I thought we'd find you here.
Why?
It's his birthday. He would be 19 today. Oh, I can't believe I forgot.
You should have this. It's Tommy's story. He told me one time every book has a final chapter. I still think there could be a happy ending for him.
I want to go home. Just to see it one last time.
I'm proud of you.
Don't forget where you came from. Sometimes it's all we have.
What do you want?
Postal delivery.
There's a mailbox for a reason.
Return service.
What?
The last letter sent from this address never made it before the recipient passed. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Dear Tommy, I don't know where to begin. I'm sorry. I've been so fearful that I failed to be the only thing I needed to be, a loving father. I can't wait to